her from it. Instead of Cardi B calling it Hardy G. And let's say Hardy G lived on those starving wages that Bernie Sanders said tens of millions of people live off of, and they really tried to make ends meet, and it didn't happen. They weren't able to provide for themselves or their family, so they had to turn to a life of crime. There are people out there that have to do that. So I understand what people are saying. Like, they want her to apologize. They want her to explain herself. But at the same time, that message is there's still millions of Americans who are dealing with starving wages.
Yeah, but there's also millions of Americans who don't turn to that lifestyle. And I think that needs to be represented as well. I don't find Hardy G's situation. I know that it's not a unique situation. At the same time, people are going to turn around and say, well, I don't have a body that I can take my clothes off and become a dancer, which there's nothing wrong with. Do you, boo? I'm not saying anything bad about that. But they're also going to say, I also choose not to rip people off or steal from people. And I think that has to be answered. I do think that she's really in a great position in terms of she has decided to rebrand herself and to change so many things and evolve. I think that takes a lot of courage, and I think that people can learn a lot from that. But in terms of having this conversation with Bernie Sanders, I wouldn't have made that move.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair, though, like, if you don't know what the minimum wage is or what Bernie Sanders stands for, to hang your vote on whether he got interviewed by Cardi B or not.
Hardy G.
Oh, Hardy G. Hardy G. Yeah, that shouldn't be your political decision if Hardy G sits down with you or not.
Absolutely.
You like that one, huh? All right. And model's work is never done. Tyra Banks was at a beauty convention in Los Angeles and spotted a roadside photo shoot, so she jumped out of her car and took over, giving the model and photographers pointers for a fierce photo shoot. I'd be like, quit bossing me, Tyra.
Let me take my Instagram pictures in peace.
Yeah, what's up? I paid for this permit. Get back in your car.
Well, no. Tyra knows what she's doing, because I don't know if you remember, like a year and a half ago, she showed us how to take the perfect selfie, and it was bringing the phone down into the mirror, and that's where you get the most elongation. Yeah.
You're all angled. You're all angled.
Yeah.
Drake said it was all about the angles.
It's all about the angles?
The lighting and angles. The Beatles didn't say anything about angles, I can tell you that. Yeah.
Bring it up from yesterday. Just gonna let them slide, huh?
It's not even worth the time.
We're going to commercial, because I'm right.
About what?
The Beatles didn't say anything about angles.
DBL's live, and coming up, former heavyweight champ Mike Tyson admits to having one heck of a habit that costs him $40 grand a month. And is there trouble in paradise for former Will and Grace stars Deborah Messing and Megan Mullally? Our Stephanie Jones breaks down the drama next.
Live. Me and Erica were still kind of chatting up the whole Hardy G situation.
We can say Cardi B.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I feel like Cardi B, she should come out and say something, because this is an opportunity for her to use this minimum wage thing to kind of help clear her name in a way she can use it into her apology. So she can be like, yes, I want to come out and say that I was out there drugging guys and robbing them. But then she could also throw in, but just think, I was out there working a job, working honest jobs, minimum wage, and I still didn't have enough to live.
But it shouldn't give you the right to do that.
No, it's not a right.
And I think also the other issue that we're not talking about is she said that she needed to get studio time. No one would give her studio time. So it's not like she was saying that she was doing it to eat.
Groceries,
She was doing it to get studio time. And I think you have a problem there, because there are people who have struggled just as hard, if not harder, and they've figured out a way legally without taking advantage of somebody else to make that work. So especially when it comes to drugging people, I think that's just
But I definitely think this conversation should stay open. We should have this conversation about minimum wage.
Oh yeah.
And just take her, regardless, take her out of it.
But it sucks. That tells you just being able to just be live all the time,
Yeah.
you're just going off the cuff, just talking, like we do here. But you say something like that, and that sticks with you, and people don't forget it. And the issue is, she would have been the perfect person to sit down and say something like that. I decided to go and dance to make ends meet. I would have preferred not to. But now there's this cloud over your head.
Tainted.
Right.
The message is tainted.
Yeah.
Welcome back to DBL. It's What Up Wednesday, and I've got all the juicy gossip that you lots are talking about. So let's head on over to our What Up World map, where our first stop is Hollywood. Deborah Messing and Megan Mullally play longtime friends on Will and Grace, but make no mistake, this friendship is over. How do I know? Because they unfollowed each other on social media. Yes. It is true. And take a little look at this. I mean, Deborah urged fans on social media to vote for Will and Grace for the Emmys and tagged all of her co-stars except for Megan. Here's what's up. In 2019, unfollowing someone on social media is as bad as egging their house. So you have had it. And our next stop is Italy. That's where Kourtney Kardashian was spotted wearing stripes, but it's not what you think. Her lifestyle brand Poosh posted this vacation photo of her with no filter. Now, a fan thanked the oldest Kardashian sister for not editing out her stretch marks. I mean, Kourtney is a mum of 3, and she responded by saying she loves her little stripes. Here's what's up. Kourtney, are you trying to be relatable because you're showing off your stretch marks on the back of a private yacht in Italy? Yeah, you're really relating to us all, babe. I mean, we appreciate the effort, but this misses the stretch mark. And our final destination is back in Hollywood. Fans are tearing Emma Watson apart online for her accent in the new Little Women trailer. I mean, I don't get it. She says 5 words. Check it out.
You should be an actress and you should have a life on the stage. Just because my dreams are different than yours doesn't mean they're unimportant.
Here's what's up. Little Women is an American story, so Emma's supposed to have an American accent. I, for one, thought her voice sounded fine. Plus, you guys have got no idea how hard an American accent can be. To prove my point, here's my best American accent. Like, he was totally all over me, and then he gave me a Twinkie, and we became, like, best friends. That's been another edition of this week's What Up Wednesday. Back to you, Jeff.
That was pretty good, Steph. That was actually a good American accent.
Yeah, I think your Valley Girl is way better than your I'm here, y'all accent that you first came up with.
Oh, praise be to the Lord. I love Jesus. That's a Southern accent.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, all right. So, could you
accent?
Could you get like a Chicago or New York accent going on?
Oh, Jeff, what are you talking about? Where's the pizza?
Offensive of so many accents. You got what you want to throw down?
I tried.
I'm okay with.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good, Steph.
She gets the golden buzzer.
Steph, why don't you give Brandon something to say in your accent?
All right, you know what, Brandon? Why don't you say coming up next on DBL?
Coming up next on DBL, Parenting with Sylvester Stallone. Wait till you hear how this lad got his daughter ready for starring in our next role. Oh, Stephanie!
Hi, it's Raquel here with the DBL Digital team. Right now, it's time for Fast Blast, where I give you all the trendy news you need to know in under 2 minutes. So let's get that timer up and get started. Now, Facebook has found itself in hot water again. It has collected audio from chats and even transcribed it. Now, does this still make you want to use Facebook? I mean, kind of all my messages are centered around, hey, did you see that cat video? And I know it's only August, but let's skip ahead to the holiday season because the trailer to The Last Christmas is here, starring Emilia Clarke and Henry Golding. Now, will Daenerys finally get her happy ending in this rom-com? Guess we'll have to wait and see. And if you've always wondered if you're a good tipper, after hearing this story, the answer is probably no. Maria, a waitress at Abuelo's Mexican restaurant in Arkansas, was just given a 2019 Buick Encore as a tip. Now, she was gifted it by a couple of her regulars. And speaking of restaurants, take a look at this burger. It's called Big Ben number 10, and it's about 12,000 calories. You can find it at the George Pub and Grill in the UK, and for about $36, get this, if you die eating it, the pub will put $500 towards your headstone. And that's today's Fast Blast. See you next time.
Welcome back to DBL. The daughters of two famous fathers are starring in a new horror movie all about sharks, of course. Jamie Foxx's daughter Corinne and Sylvester Stallone's daughter Sistine co-star in 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. Here they are at the Hollywood premiere. Look at that. Very nice family. And Sistine tells USA Today her dad literally pushed her into shark-infested waters to prepare her for the role. He thought it'd be funny, but she had a full-on panic attack. It was...
Huh.
She's the daughter of Rocky. I thought she'd be a little stronger than that.
Shark-infested waters.
You gotta get tough, girl.
Yeah.
They got insurance. She'll be all right.
I'm gonna have to go with nah, dog, on that one. That seems like a bit much. Did your parents ever do anything? Well, I know your parents. Well,
What do you mean? You know my parents.
well, I know your parents are in. Well, your dad is a football coach, and you played football.
I don't even want to talk about that one. I think my mom prepared me for life because she used to do Avon. She used to be an Avon lady or Mary Kay lady, and I used to go with her and be her assistant. So I got to like watch her, like be in a room full of like all these women and stuff, and like.
So that's where you got. That's where you got your sales
That's where I
swag.
got my charm.
The life of a gigolo.
The life. Hey, if it starts, start them off young, I guess. Start them off young.
My parents never like physically. I wish they just would have like slapped me and been done with it, and they never did that. They're always like, so disappointed in you. And I was like, no, I'd rather just get hit. I hated the disappointment
You didn't
speech.
get whoopings?
It's worse.
You didn't get
No.
whoopings? Really?
No, I got the disappointment speech. It's worse, trust me.
Really?
I'd rather have a whooping.
Yeah, I got whoopings. That's worse.
I'd rather
Trust
that.
me.
Psychological warfare. That's what's going
You're
on.
like running around. Like they're really not hitting you that hard, but I'm gonna die.
My mom used to roll. She used to roll up like the TV guide and be like, 1, 2. That was the extent of it. If she got to 3, I don't know what would happen.
See, she never had to
get
get
a
to 3.
stern disappointment finger.
Oh, man.
All right, no one likes that one. My parents did. Mike Tyson has one expensive habit. Check this out. He admitted on his Hot Boxing podcast. Could you guess what it is? He smokes $40,000 of marijuana per month. So, what's your expensive habit? Do you have one, Erica?
My expensive habit would be, I guess, health and beauty.
Yeah.
Getting your nails done, hair done, everything that adds up.
Well, that's because you put sparkles and all that stuff. What's wrong with just a regular French manicure?
There's nothing wrong with a French manicure. It's just not right for
That's
Erica.
not Cobb.
Okay.
What if Cobb came
It's
in
not
with a
right
French
for me.
manicure?
Excess is her character.
Well, no, I like to do what makes me feel like the most me. And so, and I'm gonna be really honest, people say so much stuff about my nails and other things. And honestly, I kind of do it because of that.
So you do it.
It makes them so mad.
So people get mad, and then when you're getting them done, you're like, "Do you want some more diamonds on there?"
I'm like, yeah,
sure.
add some more.
Sure.
Because she knows the Starbucks lady is going to be like, oh, your nails are so cute.
Yeah, the Starbucks ladies always love them.
Ooh, the older I get, the more I like to get pampered. I don't do it a lot, but I like to get facials. I'll get pedicures, massages. I don't go as often as I should. My wife's always like, go, but I do like it as I get older. I do like to be pampered a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice. You should take care of yourself to the best of your abilities.
My expensive habit would be nightlife. I like hanging out.
You're still
I
popping
going
bottles.
out.
You're still
Not so
there.
much popping bottles. I won't get a table. I get a bottle at the bar, though. You know, you got to ball on a budget these days, Erica. We sitting there talking about Mary J. O's
A bottle
Iris.
at the bar?
A bottle at the bar. You know how much a table is? Like 15 grand.
You
Ugh,
order
that
a
makes me
bottle of
sick.
alcohol at the bar?
I have friends. We all pitch in. Like I'm saying, I don't want Uncle Sam or Iris, the IRS, after me on back taxes and all
Okay,
that.
well, I'm going to have to suggest balling on a budget at home as opposed to the bottle at the bar. That is so annoying, Brandon.
What do you mean?
As a bartender, now I'm your personal waitress at the bar.
You've got a job to do.
Oh, hey, girl with the nails, give me another bottle.
Okay.
Your nails look nice, though.
All right, guys, everyone's favorite incognito singing show. Guess what? It's back. Stephanie Jones has the deets. What is it, Steph?
Right, earlier this year, we all just couldn't get enough of The Masked Singer, could we? Can you tell my enthusiasm with that one? Now, season 2 is just around the corner, and lucky us, we're about to get a look at the new contestants. Can't wait. Get ready to press the off button on your remote for The Masked Singer on September the 25th on Fox. See you later.
Great promotion there, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by.
Yeah, did I hear the bad boy sound? Yes, I did. Oh, them bad boys, we coming for you, honey. Actually, it's the Beauty Police today, and today you're here with Jeray for the sleigh. Now, I'm over here checking it out, and it looks like we have a code 3232 on the corner of your little and nasty on some greasy cheeks, guys. It's almost too much. Yes, we have all seen it, that aluminum tin foil on the cheekbones, guys. I'm talking about too much highlight. It's time to go. We can't be doing this anymore, guys, because it might be harming our skin a little bit too much from being in the sun. However, I'm here to let you know, doing highlight is still okay. It's just proportioning the highlight is what you want. Now, my best theory of what I like to think of when I think of a good highlight is a little drizzle of icing. You know, something that you put on a bundt cake, okay? Now, we don't want to get crazy and frost and load it like a cupcake. We just want it to be like a bundt cake. So I got a couple tips to make sure you're not looking like a greasy cheeks, all right? So your step one is going to be to look at the high points of the face only. Too many times I see a lot of people overload the highlight just all over the face and think, I'm just gonna glow today for Jesus. No, 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 no. You're not J-Lo, girl. That takes a whole lifetime to become, okay? Instead, look at those high points, so the high points of our cheeks, the bridge of our nose, underneath our brow, and maybe even our Cupid's bow, to go ahead and select those areas for your highlight. Now, I typically, as you can see, like to just drizzle it right on top of my cheekbones. Drizzle it, don't do too much of it. That cupcake analogy comes right back into play in it, because if you overfrost it, you're gonna be left with some greasy cheeks. Now, something else you can do is try to use a cream highlight. This is a great way to balance out your highlight without overdoing it once again. Simply take a little bit of a cream base, take it on your fingertips, and tap it right on top of your cheekbones. Now remember, always take into consideration less is more when it comes to highlight. You don't want to overkill it, guys. So until next time, make sure you check out all the beauty blasts right here at Daily Blast Live, and check out my social media platforms at Jeray for the Sleigh. We'll see you guys next time, and don't be over greasing those cheeks.
Welcome back to DBL. Before we go, we want to give a big congrats to a huge fan of Daily Blast Live, Andrew Feldman. Andrew watches us every day. He just got a major promotion at work. We love you, buddy. Congrats. Look at him in studio right there.
Yeah.
That was the best day of his life, he said.
Got a promotion, dinner on you.
He told me, he goes, I've had many great days, but that one, Jeff, was the best day of my life.
We felt it. We felt it, Andrew.
All right, Andrew, congratulations, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.